Hi, welcome back to ODE YouTube channel. Today we are here for a little unboxing, and this unboxing is from of a package that came from Italy from this nice guy, which name is Gabriele Falcinelli, and you may remember him by this company, which is the Great Fountain. So let's see what you have inside, and I'm quite excited because of this today. We can also see there was some ink leakage on the mail, and this gives an hint of what is inside. So let's just do it. We pick up the Victorinox knife as usual. I keep changing the knife, but I love Victorinox, so. And let's open this. And is this messy inside? Yes, it is. For me, it's always a little strange to say something is messy, because I have to say it reminds me of football and the player from Argentina, Lionel Messi. But that's just a little stupid detail. So it came inside this bag, the ink samples, but they are quite dirty, so I have to do something about them. But we'll save these for a little bit later. I'll put these here. If there are some more ink spots on this burlap background, I don't think there will be a problem. Okay, let's take this dirty tissue paper away. And I think I have a small letter from him here, but it looks like a very old document that is being destroyed with ink and time and fire and everything else. So maybe this is something for me to decipher, I don't know what to say, later. But I have to put these aside because I don't know if I will be able to read all these, and I have ink on my fingers. Yes, I don't like it. Many people say that having ink in fingers is like something to be proud of if you are a fountain pen user. I understand that, but I prefer not to have ink in myself. It's just a thing. And here we have another. Where did I put the paper? Another thing. Okay. And this leads me to the first thing I had to show you. And I'm not sure if I'll do this in only one video or if I will make more than one to share all my thoughts about this, because this is a little bit messy and I don't know if I want to make this too long. Some people complain about my unboxing videos, and I know I get carried away. So, a little thing, and you have these. And what's this? Do you remember it? You have it here. It is one in use there. Those little brass stoppers for ink cartridges. These ones were for the international size. He sent me, I have tested them. I made some videos about them, and I have this one is in use right now to keep a cartridge of Kaweco Royal Blue closed. So here we have it. And now, can you see a difference? I think you can. These ones are much bigger. And why? Let's find out. Just a little small interruption, just because I want to. I'm sorry, I'm excited and I want to play a little bit. So, you know, I think I already mentioned that there are a couple of brands of fountain pens that I like. One of them I really love. not only this one, but this one I do love. And you see, it's Parker, and I have lots of Parker pens. And I love Parker ink. My friends, at least my pen people friends, they tell me that I'm the guy that uses Quink Black, that has the most amazing inks at home. And then what do I choose to put in any of my pens? Mostly the Parker Quink Black. But as you may see, the Parker Quink is a nice ink, I like it, but it's quite limited in the range. I also like the Parker cartridges. And why? Because they are big, they have big ink capacity. Okay, there are the short ones also, and I really like the Parker cartridges, and I think you can see it there. And okay, I enjoy Parker cartridges a lot. I have lots of them, some very old boxes and some more modern than others, so I have many different variations. And I always like to have, I also have the smaller one, big ones and small ones, and I always like to have Parker cartridges around because I have lots of Parker pens and I like to be able to use them. So it would be nice that I could use some other ink brands in my Parker cartridges. Yes, I can, I do it all the time. I just fill them with a syringe, but this way it would allow me to load the cartridge with ink and take it with me when I'm going somewhere. So this brings us back to these little things. Let me open these. I think you understood my point now. These things will be for Parker cartridges. At least I hope. At least that was what Gabriel told me. If it is not, all this introduction is a nonsense. So I have here an empty Parker cartridge. I have here these are big and heavy caps, and you see, caps or stoppers, and these will fit snugly. And now I can take my Parker cartridge with some ink that I want with me. It stays very flush. I will make some tests to see how or if it actually deforms the opening of the cartridge, and if it does no longer fit. I don't think that will be a problem, but I will make some tests with it as I did with the previous ones, and I showed you the results. So I'll try to see this with the Parker ones. When I was looking at this, I was afraid of a little detail. These look really bulky, and I was thinking maybe a little bit too much, but now I'm not. I'm no longer concerned about it because these ones are not wider than the width of the cartridge, and I thought these ones could be, but they are not. They are roughly of the same width of the cartridge, so you can use them in a nice way. And I'm really happy to have this. So quite happy, it works, and I will talk about these better in some other videos. Now, about the ink samples I have here. I guess I will just clean them a little bit. And I'll be back for some explanation in a moment. Bye. And I'm back. Believe me, just a few minutes passed, but I had to clean this, and it was a bit messy, and there was no real leakage from the containers, from the vials, but this one cracked there. So this was the Guilty one. Now, let's see. Let's put them here on my very sophisticated ink sample stands. They are not, they are just little pieces of brass pipes for plumbing. And so let's just come back to the serious stuff. So some time ago he sent me these that were made for the international sized cartridge. So these will close these cartridges. Now he sent me these ones which are bigger that will fit the Parker sized cartridge, which is nice. At least for me it's really nice. This will be very useful because I like to use these kind of cartridges. Now he's trying to raise his company that is called Great Fountain, and this takes a lot of time and work, and now with all these crises it's not easy, so I understand he is taking some time. So first thing is trying to increase the number of caps. By the way, let me just check something. I have here two other cartridges and I think it may be useful just to see if they work as well. And why am I saying this? Because in theory, the opening of these Moonman and some Hero cartridges is the same as the Parker, and I have here also a Lamy because the opening is the same, and there is also another size that is in theory compatible with the Parker size, which is the Aurora, but I'm sorry, I don't have any Aurora cartridge with me, so I cannot show that because I don't have a cartridge filler Aurora in my collection. Oh, I was forgetting about this light. Okay, now better. So let's just see. This is the Moonman. Okay, it seems a little bit too... No, I don't think this is soft enough to let me check this one. There may be some variation, but I don't think so. I think this is too stiff to allow the stopper to go on it, so you cannot use on the Hero or Moonman style. Let me put this back again, and let's see the Lamy. And I don't think it will fit easily. No, it will. I think it will. Okay. It does fit. It did not crack the mouth of the cartridge, so it's okay for Parker and Lamy and the little Chinese one. Not okay. I also would need to try Aurora because it may be useful, although I'm not sure that many people use cartridges for Aurora pens, but maybe one day it will be interesting. So if some of you can try these, or if you buy this kind of stuff and you can try it on an Aurora cartridge, please let me know. I'll try to get some Aurora cartridges. I don't know exactly where, but something that I'm going to think about. Sorry, I cannot show it to you right now because I don't have them. Now, this is one of the things. He's working on the cartridge stoppers for several systems. Now, we'll be back to the inks. He is starting to create some inks, and he said he would send me some inks for me to try and to give him my opinion. And sure, I'll be more than happy to share my opinions about the inks. So I'll try just to make some samples here and see how it works, but then I will review the inks in detail. I'm not doing that now, I'm just showing how it works. Let me put the cracked one here alone and this one in the double one. And let's start with the cracked just to see how it is. And this one, I'm not sure if you can read there. It is the Great Fountain, that's what's written there. And it's called Black Sea. So I suppose it is a black ink, or at least a dark one. So let's uncap this. Okay, now I have ink on the inside of that screw. Okay, this is one of the most messy, there it goes, messy again, messy videos that I have. And let me get my pipette and just draw one little drop of ink. Where is it? Okay, I was not going deep enough. And let's put it here. A bigger drop. Okay. Now we'll get the Victorinox knife. I prefer to do this with larger blades, but this is the one that I have here now next to me. And we have here I would say like a dark gray ink that will have lots of differences between the lighter and the darker parts. Now I will just get something with water just to flush the pipette and keep going on. So I have the water now. Let me just remove this wet swatch. It's not a good idea because sometimes the paper can rip, but that's how I'll do it now. Now let's just flush these a little bit. You can't imagine, because as I'm telling you, this was not prepared for all of these. So I have here water, I have here my Parker pens, in this side I have all the amount of cartridges and bottles and everything here. So my workspace is really crazy now, but I thought it could be nice to make the swatches and everything on the unboxing video. And then I will make the proper review later. Now let's go to other ink. Which color I don't know. This one leaked almost completely, so I'm not sure if this will be enough to fill a pen to try. And this is the deep purple. Unfortunately, I'm not sure I will be able to review this ink. This is not enough ink for that. Now it's almost empty. Okay, you see. And let's go for the knife again. Okay, one thing that I'm noticing here is that these inks are really dark in one perspective, because they have dark shades. This purple is quite dark. It looks better here on the photo, on the video. It looks not better, it looks brighter. But I see that they also have some variation from the places where there is more ink on paper to the places where there is less ink. So I think these inks will allow for lots of shading. And let's go, clean the pipette again, let's go for the final ink sample swatch, and this is the one of my favorite colors, Mystery Brown. I love brown inks, so let's see how this one performs. Let's put it here open. Let's rip the page. Okay. And what I have to do, I need my pipette again. Let's take a little drop of ink, 1, 2 on the paper. Now, this is messy enough, then again messy. I shouldn't be talking about messy because I'm Portuguese and Cristiano Ronaldo is Portuguese, and so there is that competition, but we're not here to talk about football. And so this is so messy that I don't want to have any extra accidents. Let's see how these will work. So this is more like a reddish orangey brown. I would say this is like a sepia. This is not as dark as the other colors. I'm not sure how the saturation of these inks will look like in a pen, but that is something that I will need to test someday later. So this is what I had to show. Oh, this is all out of framing. This is what I had to show you, the unboxing of the stuff that Gabriel sent me from his new brand, The Great Fountain. And these are some products that he's creating and testing, and these are the products that we already knew, and now that he made in a bigger size to fit the Parker cartridges. And do I find these useful? Yes, I really do, and I think I will use them a lot, because when I'm traveling, now with all the pandemic there is no traveling, but I used to travel quite a lot, even in work, and this would be a great way to take my pens and ink, to be able to ink the pens easily on the way. So I think now this is a quite long video, but it's not just an unboxing, so there are people that will criticize me, but it's not just an unboxing, it is unboxing and the first impression testing of the stoppers, and also the first impression and swatching of the inks that Gabriel sent me. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check The Great Fountain on Facebook. He's working on his brand and store and so on, so we need to give him some time to work on that. But I'm quite excited with this. I like to see new ideas, new concepts being brought to the fountain pen world, because this is what we love. So I will see you next video. Bye.